Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today I look like a Christmas tree. And it's okay, it's Christmas, so it's fine, don't worry. If you watch this in a different season, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna, let you be excited if winter is coming or Christmas is coming. If you were watching it at summertime, you'll be like, whew, we're done from Christmas. Also, you're clear. Anyways, today I brought to you a recipe. We are about to make baklava. Baklava is a Middle Eastern recipe that is made with phyllo dough and a bunch of different nuts. Usually they use walnuts, sometimes almonds, sometimes pistachios, whatever you like, you could use. Baklava we're gonna be making not the regular diamond shaped baklava. You can make baklava in so many different shapes. It's still called baklava. No matter how you design it, no matter how you put it together, still baklava. It's phyllo pastry and nuts drenched with syrup. And the one that we're gonna be making today, it's a baklava that is filled with almond and pistachio. Some people like to only put pistachio, but I'm gonna mix it up a little bit with a little bit of almond because I love almonds and pistachios too. And it's going to be rolled up, squished. So let's dive into it. The first thing we will be doing is the syrup as usual. I told you before in previous recipes that you could use 2 cups of sugar to 1 cup of water. This recipe, you need it to be a little bit thicker. In a medium saucepan, you will be adding 3 cups of sugar. Today everything is gonna be green, red, and festive. Just be ready for that. Today, so let's put the sugar in. Again, this is 3. See that? Again, this is 3 cups of sugar. Onto that, we're gonna be adding 1.25 cups of water. I know, 1.25 cups. It's not a lot of water, but trust me, you gonna need thick syrup. To that, I'm going to squeeze just a little bit of lemon juice. And I will be adding my rose water, or actually it's a blossom water. We'll add about half teaspoon. I'm gonna eyeball it, but for you, it's a half a teaspoon. That's it. Give it a mix, put it on a medium high heat until it boils, and then let it simmer for about 10 minutes. After the syrup is done, let it cool down completely. You need the syrup to be absolutely cold. Yeah, you need it to be cold or room temperature. Grab your food processor, 1 cup of almond, some pistachios. I'm gonna put 1.5 cups. Put the almond first because the almond tend to be a little bit harder than the pistachio, and it's a little bit harder to process. If you put both of them together, the pistachio is going to be really, really fine, and the almond will still be coarse and not processed the way you want it. So let's process the almond. I'll show you how fine you need it to be. All right, now it's not super fine, but this is the point where you add the 1.5 cups of pistachios. Now let me show you how soft or how fine the mixture of almonds and pistachios is. It's not super fine, but it's fine where it's not gonna be too noticeable in between the layers of the phyllo dough. So I'm just going to put it in a bigger bowl, be easier for me to mix. To that, the sugar and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. This is how fine the mixture is. Okay, so I looked all over my kitchen couldn't find any round stick to use to roll my baklava, so I got a little creative and I thought out of the box. So that's what I found. No judging. If you have a better idea, comment below. And at the same time, hit the like button, subscribe. So I took that out of there and I'm going to wash it and I will get back to you. I'll give you another moment to like and subscribe in case you didn't. I should tell you a little bit about the phyllo pastry. The phyllo pastry is very easy to dry. So once you open the package, you're gonna need to bring a damp towel and cover the rest of the dough with it. If you took your pastry out of the freezer, I advise you to let it be at room temperature before you start using it. Otherwise, it will start flaking and breaking and you don't want any of that. Let me show you how to know that your syrup is done. If you hold a little bit up and you let it drip down, if you can see that is dripping, but it's like honey. And that's the thing that you're looking for. Now I'm gonna let mine. You need to melt your butter, which is the ghee, the samne. Brush a little bit of that onto your pan. Step number 1. You need to spread butter all over the pastry sheet. Remember, you have to be fast because the phyllo pastry will dry out so fast and start flaking. Spread some nuts, not too much, about this much. Now place the stick and fold the edge and roll like so. After you're done, you're gonna hold both sides and squish toward the middle. Fold the edge of the pastry sheet under the roll when placing it in the pan. If your phyllo dough is giving you a hard time and it's breaking like you see over here, mine is breaking and is drying up really fast. Heat up 1 cup of milk, put it in a clean spray bottle just like so. Spray a little bit and then spread your butter. And this should make it a little bit easier to work with. So we're gonna sprinkle the pistachio and the almond mixture. We're gonna bring our stick, we're gonna put it right here. Take the edge, fold it over, and now you're gonna press a little bit from here and you're going to roll. And roll the rest. And now once this is done, you see, you're gonna hold from the edges and you're gonna squeeze it gently. Now you're gonna bring your tray and you're gonna scoot it down. Just like so. Now you're gonna end up with something that looks like this. You're gonna have to cut that before you bake it, because once you bake it, it's just gonna become crunchy and it will break apart. You don't want that. So I always recommend to cut it before baking. And I'm gonna bring my butter and I'm gonna drizzle a little bit more on top. Okay, so this just came out of the oven. It's extremely hot. And my syrup over here has cooled down. So now we're gonna drizzle all of those. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's sizzling. This is how hot you need it to be. Now I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit before I serve it. Okay guys, so this is the end result. Those baklava rolls came out super good and crunchy and super yummy. Now to the most important part of the video. Are you ready for the most important part of the video? This is gonna be all in my belly. Oh my god. I mean, this is really sweet, crunchy. One bite is not enough. Bye. I'll see you later. Merry Christmas.